So today, I know there's a lot going on in the background. I'm actually holding my son and my daughter's running around, but I filmed this look for you guys today. It's a little different. It's like a jewel tone, smoky-ish eye with like a bunch of pretty dots and stuff, and like a nude lip, well, a deep nude lip, I guess you could say. I don't know if it's considered nude. I don't know why I said that. Brown. Whatever. So yeah, I did this look and I hope you guys like it. If you would like to see how I did this, continue watching. So I'm going to start off with this rose water spray, and I love it, and I'm almost out of it. I'm really sad about that, but I'm going to take this Clinique moisturizer. It's just going to moisturize my skin before I put any foundation on instead of primer. I'm going to take this Born This Way foundation. I really like it, and I'm going to dot that all over my face, and then taking a sponge, I'm going to start to blend that into my skin. You can also use a brush, but I tend to use sponges for this. And then I'm going to take my concealer. This is the Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I'm going to list everything I use down below if I do not have the name for it on the screen or anything. But I'm going to take that and start to blend that out as well. This is just going to bring a little bit of lightness into our face, into the inner part of our face. I am then taking that same concealer, putting it underneath the eyes, and this is going to bring a little bit of lightness. I do have some dark circles, and that should cover it up, and I'm going to also blend that out. Using that sponge, I'm going to blend it out, and I know I look a little funny while doing this part, but I think everybody does. This is just going to bring a little bit more lightness underneath our eye area and give us some brightness, cover up that dark circles. Then I'm taking this RCMA No Color Powder. I've loved this stuff for years now. I'm not going to bake with it, even though it kind of looks like I am. I'm just going to kind of press it into the skin, and then I'm going to wipe it away as well. With this big fluffy brush, I'm going to wipe away the product almost immediately after that I put it on. I'm just going to take it off just because I do not like it to bake. This is just going to set the makeup. I do not like how baking looks on my skin because I am dry, and I don't think you really need it, to be honest. I am then priming my eyes with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance just all over our eyelids. And then I'm going to be taking two palettes. This is the Metal Matte by Kat Von D and the Shade and Light Eye palette. I'm going to take that as well. I'm taking this light shade and I'm going to be putting it all over our eyes just to kind of set that and help with blending. I am then taking this peachy shade and I'm going to be putting that into the crease. And I'm going to be kind of putting that into the crease and then flicking towards my eyebrow just to give this kind of shape. I don't really know what I would call it, but that's what I'm doing. I'm taking this brown shade from the Metal Matte palette, and I'm going to be putting exactly where I put that peachy shade and doing it in this little flick. Then I'm taking this darker brown color, and I'm going to keep that a little bit lower onto the eye just to give a little bit more depth. I did take it and keep it, kind of pounce it right there. And then I took a little bit of the stuff off of it and just kept blending in that same kind of shape that I'm going for. I took this rusty kind of red color and put it on the same brush and tapping it off and putting it in that same shape. My kid's pretending to be a dog. I'm taking that brush clean now, and I'm just going to keep blending it into the shape. With no product on another brush, I'm doing the same thing. With a pencil brush, I took that light shade and I'm just cleaning up the shape a little bit more. Then I thought, why not? Let's add a little bit of pink because it was there. You don't need to do this step, but I took it on that same brush, kind of going in the inner part of the eye and just blending a little bit more, just because I felt like it. You don't have to do that step. I took that red shade on a pencil brush and put it deeper into the crease just to give it a little bit more color and keeping it with that flick shape that I'm going for. Taking that brush again and blending. I feel like that's my whole thing. Just add more color, blend, add more color, blend. This had nothing on it too, and I was just blending. Then I'm taking Makeup Geek Bitten. I really love this shade. I've been using it a lot and tapping it off because I didn't want too much on it. I added some to this eye. I was just showing you, and I just kept adding more, but that's what I'm going for. It's a little hard. I zoomed in, and you can't see some parts, but sorry, my bad. First time doing one of these tutorials in a while. Then I'm taking what? I'm only saying the name because I could actually see it. I was taking some loose powder underneath my eyes just because there is fallout with this shade, I noticed, so I just didn't want any, so I packed it underneath the eyes so that you wouldn't be able to have any fallout on the face. And then I'm packing that shade onto the eyes. Later on, I didn't show it, but I did spray a little bit of rose water onto my brush just so that, and went over it just to kind of keep that shade onto the eyelid. Then taking a pencil brush with a little bit of bitten, I did put it right in the crease, and now I'm taking Velvet and I'm doing the same thing but keeping it more towards the outer part of our eye, just to keep that part the deepest, darkest part of our eye, if that makes sense. I'm then taking this brush with no product and just kind of blending it out just to make sure it's not a harsh line. Then sweeping away that product to make sure there is no fallout underneath our eye, because that would be horrible. You did all that work for nothing. Then I'm taking a pencil brush and I'm using basically all the shades that I used in my crease and I'm putting it underneath my eye. And that's what it looks like. You can see it's a little bit deep and smoky. I really like to do this on my eye shape. Then I'm taking with this brush, I love this brush, it's this Royal & Lane nickel brush, and I love it now because it acts kind of like a finger, and it really packs on that product where I need to. Then I'm taking this Marc Jacobs black liner. I got it from Sephora from my birthday, and I'm just putting it, tight lining it in the waterline as well. Then I'm taking this Anastasia Brow Duo. I know I need a wax, but hey, brows do make a difference. They just needed to be a little bit darker. So I wanted to move on from the eyes because I knew I wanted to do more with them. I just didn't know what yet. And I decided to start doing my face. Yes, I am breastfeeding here, and you know what? Life happens, and I wanted to show that I am not perfect. I have my dog on my bed, my kid watching some TV, video, and music playing in the background, and the baby needed to eat, but I wanted to finish doing my makeup, and I just want to show, it's normal, and it's fine, and I know there's moms out there who do it too, and I just kind of want to show that I'm normal too. I feel like everybody comes to social media to show how perfect they are, and I just want to show that this is normal, this is life, and that we're all doing the same things. We're all taking care of our kids, and this is all normal. I then handed the baby over to my husband, and I'm taking this blush by Milani. This is Rose d'Oro. This is my favorite blush, and I'm just putting it onto the skin like you do with blush. And then I'm taking Becca Champagne Pop. Yes, I use this all the time. I really need a new highlighter. I just haven't bought one yet. But I decided to do something fun, and I took this that I made, and yeah, it broke on me. I was so sad. But this is a color by TKB Trading. It's a color I made. I will list it down below. Well, I didn't make it. I put it into a palette. But it's like a violet flash. You can kind of see it on my highlight, but I wanted to add something fun because I never do. I just wanted to change up the highlight a little bit, and I put it on there, and I did blend this out more. I did take a little bit and put it on the inner part of the eye. Just sometimes I like to do whatever highlight in the inner part, but then I thought, let's do something crazy. I added a little powder and some mixing media. I took it on this little art brush, and I'm just showing you the color it is, and I thought, why not just put this on the eyes too? So I put a bunch of different dots. I'm sorry I didn't get a better recording of it. I'm bad. Then I took these Inglot gel liners with that same brush, just cleaned off, and I did a bunch of different dots on my eyes, just because why not? It's fun. You only live once, and I like different kinds of makeup. It's just fun. I then put on some mascara too. I didn't put falsies on today because I didn't feel like it, and I didn't have my favorite ones. I then put on a lip liner by NYX, and then this MAC lipstick. This one's in Whirl. I can't remember the NYX lip liner. I'll write it down below. And then I took this Inglot white lipstick in the center. This is going to make our lips look a little bit fuller, and it gives a little bit of an ombre effect. And then I sprayed my face with the Badescu spray. And that's it. I hope you guys liked this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.